And that's what I wanna hit on if you don't mind. Help us drive that nail on, uh, on reinforcing that it is absolutely your choice on the state that you choose to be in.
Yeah, it's just what you choose to focus on. Everything in your life is your fault. Period. In discussion. You can either be um, the victim or you could be the author, and you can be the actor, the star of your own movie and play.
But what if it's not my fault?
It's
Like,
always your fault,
but what if it's not?
but it is.
Would we say that it's your responsibility to then choose your reaction? Is that more alignment? Because that could be because some things, right, aren't your fault. Like, if someone randomly hit you in a play like, that's the thing that the listeners are probably
But
getting
then
caught up
but
on.
then you can go back to how did you even get there? Why were you in a situation for somebody to hit you? What did I do that could have possibly caused that? What are the things that I could do? What were the bricks that I could have stacked to put me in a situation to where I don't get hit in the face, right? Most likely, if I'm honestly reflecting on how I got there and why this happened, there was probably some fault of my own that helped bring this about. What was I thinking about? What was I focusing on? What energy was I in? So at the end of the day, it actually is indeed always our fault. Whether we like it or not, that's a hard pill for a lot of people
Yeah.
to stomach. They really don't like when I say that. It triggers them. And I didn't like it either. But like that, once I actually learned that and that became the lens in which I was viewing life through, it changed everything, right? Because now I take my power back.
But let's dive in here on a listener or a person, right, that can't get over that. Like, I just can't agree, Carter. I just can't agree that it's always my fault. Because 'cause I'll be honest, I've softened it for people because I didn't like, it was so triggering, and I was like, "Man, you guys are getting wrapped around the axle on, like, immediately trying to come up with the like I just did, with the most bizarre out of left field situation where it was like I was driving perfectly and someone just ran into me. There was nothing more I could have done." And that's the example they pull off the shelf of like to combat, to oppose that it's not always your fault. And so I softened it a bit by saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you there. Maybe because 'cause you're getting hung up on the word fault, but it's absolutely your responsibility." And I've even took it a step further with people one-on-one where I'm like, "So I'll give you that. It's not your fault, but it's absolutely your responsibility of what you choose to do in response to it." So I'm basically saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And but I want us for a moment, we've seen quite a few people get hung up, and I've seen myself get hung up on, uh, what would you say, if people can't relate or can't get over that hump or pick up that nugget, and start to take extreme ownership.
How does it help you not to think that way? How does that empower you to think that things are out of your control and that you are a victim to reality, right?
Boom.
How does that
Yeah,
help you, right? Because that doesn't increase your odds
boom.
of creating the life that you want, right? And becoming the person that you want. And all you can do is focus on the things that you can control, right? So you can't control what somebody else did, but you can control where you were at. If you were paying attention, if you were paying attention to the person behind you, because maybe like what were things that you could have done to avoid from getting hit, right? And that is the mindset that helps us take our life back, take back control of our life, is is choosing to focus on those things and not choosing to play the victim. Because it feels a lot better and a lot easier to be the victim of a situation. Now, are there situations where we could say that, yeah, you were probably the victim of a situation or where you have terrible, like, things that
Sure.
happen to children, like, you're saying that that was that child's fault and that they deserve. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is focusing on what can we do, what are things in our control, in going and taking action towards those things, right?
Yeah.
Because focusing, because that's one of the things, and putting energy towards anything other than that doesn't serve you. And that's that simple. It does not serve you. You have to constantly ask yourself that. How does this help me?
Right.
Is this, because like worrying about something, right? Once again, that's changing your state and your energy. But how is worrying helping you? Now, do you want to be naive? Do you want to not be aware of something or ignore something because you don't want to worry about it? No, right? You should acknowledge things. You should put things in place to avoid, because those are things that you can control, these things from happening to you. But once you have your plan and you've executed it, what's the point of worrying? Because now you're putting focus and energy towards a negative outcome.
Right.
Now, what you focus on, you put energy towards, and what you put energy towards grows outcomes, grows results. So if you continuously keep focusing on all the bad stuff, you have drastically increased the probability of bad things happening.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. It's how much time, how much energy, and how much focus have you put that energy, the quality of the energy too, into what you want, right? So you address the negative, you put a plan for it, right? And then you focus on the plan and you focus on the outcome that you want to see. That is the process. That is the systematic approach to increasing the probability of getting the results that you want to see, right? And then if you didn't get them, then it's, what was the quality of my energy? Was I consistently focusing on that? Did I shift my focus on other things? Because when you shift it to um, Facebook and you're scrolling and looking at you're wasting your energy. The more you can channel your energy towards the results that you want to see, the higher the probability you have of getting those results. And then, if the energy that you're in is of high quality, high potency,
Uh,
then that increases the quality and the time frame in which the results will grow, right? Because if you are taking higher quality vitamins, you're drinking better quality water, you're getting good exercise, like all of that is going to go in towards whether you get good results from your body, how you feel, right? And then all of that will dictate how you're able to perform, right? Can you run a race faster if you do all those things? Can you get a better outcome in an athletic event if you do all of those things? Yes, you can, because the quality of your energy and output is at a higher level because of what you put into your body, how you trained, right? And then what you focused on. The whole point of why we're talking about all this is so we're not acting as if we don't know what produces the dang results.
yeah.
And that's where I get frustrated with people. And I'm like, to me, it's clear as day. I see why you didn't get it. And it's not that I'm sitting here trying to tell you that you're a piece of crap or any of that. It's what you're doing right now isn't helping you. Sure, it's making you feel better because misery you loves company. So they want me to woe is them as well, but they're never going to get that from me because I don't do it for myself. So I sure as heck ain't going to do it for you. And it ain't going to help you. It ain't gonna help you. It ain't gonna help me. It ain't gonna help us, right? So there's no point in it. I don't waste time on things that are pointless. Now, I do have my same battles with distraction, right? I know these things, but do I still scroll on Facebook? Yes, but I try to keep it to business things where I'm looking for people in my network and get showing them love, commenting, right? And sending them energy, right? So I'm trying to use it as a tool to direct my energy towards people that I care about, people that I want to see succeed, and showing them that I'm supporting them and I see you, right? So I try to use it as a positive thing that I'm putting my energy to. But do I get caught in the cycle of going and looking at nonsense? Or I love playing rugby and I love sports. So do I get lost in sports clips sometimes? Or little what is it? The shorts and stuff like, yes, I do. And
Yeah,
then
because the stuff's funny.
it
Like,
is.
it's designed, it is created with an intention, so the creator was focused on an outcome that he wanted to get. He then put energy and focus to get that outcome,
Mhm.
and it's effective.
And it is.
because
Yep.
it's all of us. And if you're not sitting on the throne scrolling a couple shorts, you probably should, because it's a little bit funny, and that's okay. But what we can't do, and what I think you're talking about, is we can't sit here and wonder why we didn't get to bed on time, or wonder why we didn't get laundry done, or wonder why we didn't get done what we promised ourselves we were going to get done, and then conveniently skip over the fact that we doom scrolled for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And if we did, it's totally okay, but we just need to talk about it.
But let's say that that's what we did.
And let's put our finger on it,
Yeah.
because oftentimes some of the similar things get both of us, right?
Yep.
And then we could sit there and go, "Man, this is so hard. It's just hard. It's just," and then it's like we could both be victim, because that would be super comfortable, because then we wouldn't need to change anything. We could just continue to do this and spend more time talking about the things that got us, instead of taking a moment, choosing, like, not giving up on the outcomes that in the future we wanna see, and then going, "You know what? Good. It got us. The funny clips got us. But what can we do?" And then create a system or a process where, hey, if I'm gonna open Facebook in the evening, I'm gonna be intentional. I'm gonna go show love to my network, and then I'm going to be aware that I'm now playing I'm on a slippery slope.
Yes.
I gotta be more careful, because here I am. It's right there. And that's where the responsibility is on. The game's on the line. You get to choose again. Am I gonna go down that road, or am I gonna do what I said I was gonna do, which is show love to the network, and then get off of there, and then go do the next thing?
Or we could just avoid social media altogether, right? And we could just make sure that we don't put ourselves in situations where that could possibly happen.
Sure.
And sure, valid point. That will help you get the outcome.